Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Thursday, May 15th, 2025. So the bulls keep trucking along with very little pullbacks. Today, this time period right now is when I'm expecting that the bullish cycle that I've been watching is coming to an end. It doesn't mean that we have to go down right now. This could extend a little bit longer. But as I showed in the premium report, there's a lot of red flags being thrown right now. And the two that are standing out the most are the put call ratio that's back down at levels when the S&P was up here. So that means it's just all greed in this market. Everyone's just buying calls without any put protection. And the VIX is back down near the 14 level. So the bulls are running right now without any safety net. We made the easy money when we got long down here on the 7th, and it was really this gap up right here is where I said, start scaling out of your long positions. I did it again today. And so as much as I'm seeing these red flags and I'm anticipating that we're going to get a decent sized pullback, that could take the S&P all the way down to this 5250 level, or at least close this gap right here. But that's going to come. It's just a matter of from where. I mean, I don't know if it's coming all the way, down here. I'm sorry. Let's say just a bare minimum retracement should be the 5,500 down to the 5,377 level. But since we're there, why not just close the gap? So I do believe that's coming within. We'll see that, and we should make some type of bottom in June sometimes. But right now, everything is going as we predicted on this. Is that we're going to run up. We could go up to the 5,700. I said 5,800, 59. Now we may, if the bulls aren't done, the next stop is going to be the 5960 or 70 level, and then the 6,000. And there is going to be sellers waiting up here. I don't know what's going to be the catalyst for the move. Most likely, it's probably going to be some renewed talks of a recession, because as I've been saying, I believe we've been in a recession for the past 4 years. And right now, they were able to cover it up with just all the government spending. Employment, I think it was a huge majority of the actual hires were just they were public, employees. So they were government hires, and the private sector was not really doing that well at all. And as I showed in yesterday's morning notes, all of their actual employment data was just a complete lie. So I do believe we've been in a recession, and President Trump's not going to be able to work this out in 120 days. I think he is going in the right direction with a lot of things. I think that this, these tariffs, when the deals are made, is going to change the dynamics of our country for a very, very long time, even though you have every Democrat out there that will say I'm wrong. They just want everything to fail just because they don't like them. But in any case, he's doing the right things. We've had a surplus for the past couple, I think the last 2 months. So it's everything he's doing is working. But it's going to take time on this, and there's going to be something's going to hit that is going to bring up the talks of a recession again, and it's just a business cycle that's there. We're in it right now. It would probably not do to come out of it until like 2026. But in any case, so that's what I think it is, and from that's where we're going to probably get that pullback that will bring us down here. But from where does it start? I do believe it's going to be one of these levels. Now, if we go up to the 6,000, I have just a tiny long position right now in the quantum stocks. I started scaling out here, and I have a very minor, a few shares left on it. And if I miss a little bit, just the last 10% of this move, I have no problem with it, because we caught 90% of it. So to me, I'm not going to be greedy on this. I'm going to scale out. I'm not saying to short this market until there's some type of confirmation that the top is in. And right now, there is not. We have warning signs, like I said, with the put call ratio, as well as the VIX at levels that I'm not sure what that is, at levels when the S&P was at its all-time highs here. And then we have these bearish divergences that are on the 60-minute chart, and we also have them on the 15-minute chart. So I do believe a pullback is coming. It's just a matter of where's it gonna where's it gonna come from? If it's from here, then, and what I want to explain is that we could be just making a top of a wave three, meaning this is our wave one, this is two, this is three. Now we come back to the 23% retracement, 5670, find support. That will close this gap, and then we come up to the 6,000 level, and then that will give us some bearish divergences on the daily, and that will open the door for that bigger pullback. So I have a feeling that if it plays out the way I'm expecting it, where if this is simply just a wave three and we're going to do 4 and 5, it's going to happen really, really fast. Where we're going to come down to these levels, in days, and then find support, and then be up at the 6,000 in days, because like I said, we're nearing the end of the bullish cycle, and once that happens, and we do get some kind of confirmation that a top is in, we're going to see that pullback. So if the bulls can get it above these levels here, really the next one you want to keep an eye on is going to be the 5970 level, and then the 6,000. I'm not ruling that out coming up there. The bears are going to, let me go to my 15-minute chart. Okay, so really the first thing the bears are going to have to do is get it through this 5860 lows. If they do that, then I believe we're going to come down to test this. This is where the gap was last Monday, and you can see that that's at the 57.87. So if we get the pullback there and it holds, and then we head up, that would probably be the final wave 5 of 5 before we get that bigger pullback. So if the bears can then get it through this level here, then we're just going to assume that we're going to fill this gap, and that's going to, well, we really could just look here as well, the 5,700, but I think they'll come down and close the gap at the 5,600. So this is the important, really, support level, the first one, 5860. If that's lost, then we're coming down to the 5780. If that's lost, there is support here at the 5700, but I think they'll come down and close the gap. So, like I said, there's warning signs everywhere right now. I just, like I've been saying, I've been scaling out of my long positions that I've been in since April 7th. I've done fantastic with them. I'll wait patiently for the pullback. When it comes, I'm going to buy these same quantum stocks back and look for, another doubles on those, because that basically they're up almost 100% from when I got them. So it's it's been a great month, honestly, and right now we just want to be a little bit on the conservative side, because we know that the retail is back into this market, and when they get in, typically that's when they pull the rug out. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.